morning, welcome back to West Sussex and the South Downs Way. I'm out with Dawn,
me again,
and a new face. This is Ian from Rudge Outdoors.
Hello.
Ian's got an outdoors YouTube channel as well. Do you want to tell them a little bit about it? What you do on it?
Yeah, a little bit like Tom. I go out day trips, overnighters, and there's a few long distance multi-day hikes on there as well. But come on over, have a look. If you want to stay, please subscribe, hit the like button, you know what to do. So, no, fantastic, thank you.
Awesome. The three of us are going to be walking two more sections of the South Downs Way. We are currently just past the youth hostel on top of Trudy Hill, and we're doing section 8 and section 9 from the Cicerone South Downs Way guidebook. The first section is 7.5 miles and it's bolt-offs to Pycombe, and the next section will be Pycombe to Housedean on the A27 crossing. That's 8.5 miles, and that's where Ian's car is, so we're going to walk to that and then he'll drive us back to here. Quite a bit of mileage to do this weekend, 16 miles. We're planning on wild camping as always, hoping to see if we can get to Ditchling Beacon by tonight, and I believe that's the highest point in East Sussex. Ian has walked the South Downs Way before, by the way, so he's going to be our guide for the weekend.
Gotta help you.
Yeah. The weather's looking okay, there's a slight breeze. I don't think we're forecast any rain. So yeah, do join us for the next part of the South Downs Way. Enough talking, and let's get walking.
Stage 8, bolt-offs to Pycombe, 7.5 miles. This section of the way falls into two distinct parts. The first climbs out of the valley of the River Ada and keeps to the top of the downs along the forking escarpment, then descends beside the Devil's Dyke to Saddlescombe, which is little more than a farm and a group of buildings set in a saddle or pass within a combe. The second part is much shorter, for it quickly regains the downs above Saddlescombe, crosses West Hill, then slopes down to the A23 at Pycombe, a two-part village divided in the 17th century by the plague.
Made it to the edge of Devil's Dyke, the hill fault that overlooks it, and more importantly, the pub. 3 or 4 miles since Trudy Hill, and me and Ian have just been chatting away. It's been great fun. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, watches the videos, and just supports the channel in any way. Thank you very much. I always appreciate you, of course. I hope you're enjoying the video thus far. If you've not subscribed and you're new to Tom Outdoors, welcome. Thank you. I am Tom, of course. And yeah, if this is the sort of thing that you like to watch, then please do consider subscribing and click the bell notification as well. You'll be notified of every time I post a video, so you can keep up to date with my exploits. If you're watching this and you like the video, or if you dislike it, watch something else, but click the like or dislike button, the little thumbs up or thumbs down. It just helps with the algorithm, okay? Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the video. managed to get Del Boy in. I told him to stay close to the ridge. He's heading out to sea. Dawn's favourite bit, two dogs sniffing each other's arses. Dawn has got a new rucksack. Bought it literally this week. It's the Osprey Wren 65, the Osprey's like women's specific rucksack. A lot comfier than that OEX one she had that was hurting her hips and back and stuff. It fits everything she needs in it and a lot more. How is it, Dawn, so far?
So much more comfortable. It's made for a smaller body.
Yeah, definitely sits sort of higher up her hips, but the straps aren't like sort of miles away from her shoulders, if you get what I mean. So picked it up in Go Outdoors, Lakeside. I mean, it weren't cheap, but you know, we went halves on it together because I was like, you've got to have a better rucksack. I'll go halves with you on it, and we're not regretting it so far. So you'll see this on a few more videos whenever Dawn is there.
Thank you to Osprey for making one for women.
Yeah, definitely.
And smaller women at that.
Yeah, exactly. No, really good. So I'd highly recommend that if you're a female outdoor enthusiast and you want a comfy rucksack. That's the one to go for. And they do two colours as well. There's that, or like a turquoisey colour.
The Devil's Dyke is Britain's largest single combe of chalk cast, a steep dry valley which covers 183 acres of downland. Dotted with scrub, the chalk grassland is the habitat of several orchids, as well as wild thyme, horseshoe vetch and bird's foot trefoil. The summit of the dyke was the site of a massive Iron Age hill fort, and the whole area is now in the care of the National Trust. Saddlescombe has been farmed for more than 700 years and came into the ownership of the Knights Templar in the 13th century. In 1995, Saddlescombe Farm was acquired by the National Trust. In addition to 500 acres of agricultural land, it has several unspoilt Sussex farm buildings, including a blacksmith's forge complete with furnace and bellows.
So we just stopped here at Saddlescombe Farm, which is run by the National Trust, and there was a little cafe in a converted caravan, which was nice, had a cold drink, and also we got our water bottles filled up, so if you need to top up water on the South Downs Way, good place to go. There's loads of nice little sort of tables and chairs. There's even like a little kind of snug area with sofas and stuff. There's toilets as well here. They do like cake and stuff, like food wise, as I say, hot and cold drinks. I don't know if they do camping, but they're missing a trick if they don't, because I could see something like that being like a really cool camping barn or bunkhouse for backpackers and walkers, cyclists and whatnot. Really good there, and I never knew it was there before. So, and it's literally right on the South Downs Way. We are standing on that right here, and it's just through there.
Winchester, where we started way back, is 67 miles away. Devil's Dyke is only a mile away. There's always a plane flying overhead. And then Eastbourne, our finish point, is 33 miles, and Ditchling Beacon, where we want to hopefully get to tonight, is only 3.5 miles.
Good news, we've come across another South Downs Way drinking water tap, and it's literally right outside the little caff at Saddlescombe Farm. So if that's shut, luckily we got water from there, but there is one right here. We're seeing another Sussex border path disc, so that could mean we're now leaving West Sussex and heading into East Sussex. That's the final county that the South Downs Way crosses. About 5 miles, Devil's Gate to the River Radar. I think you start seeing the sea. Yeah. Back. So it looks like we've got a busy main road to cross. But over there, here at Pycombe, is a BP garage and services. So if you need to stock up on supplies, food, drink, maybe get water, they might have toilets there, I'm not sure. That's a good option right there. More or less finished this section, section 8. Bolt-offs to Pycombe via Devil's Dyke, 7.5 miles. So section 9, Pycombe to Housedean Farm Campsite A27 starts here, 8.5 miles. The first major point of interest that we'll see once we cross the busy road is the Jack and Jill windmills. It's a pair of lovely windmills. And then onto that is Ditchling Beacon, the highest point in East Sussex, I believe. Now, I've camped there once before. It was the first time I tested out the Van Gogh Helvellyn 2-person tent, which I've still got. If we find somewhere before Ditchling Beacon though, that's a better spot, Ian says he thinks he remembers seeing a couple of decent camp spots when he did this, then we may well stop there. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you're still watching, hope you're enjoying it still. Enough talking and let's get walking.
Stage 9, Pycombe to Housedean, A27, 8.5 miles. Broad panoramic views are commonplace on this section of the South Downs Way, for a large part of the route journeys along the scarp edge, so you gain the perspective of height and depth, as well as one of distance. The agricultural pattern that has become familiar by now is repeated with a mixture of grazed downland and arable fields, interspersed with patches of woodland. But there's variety in that pattern, and the route is enlivened by a close view of the twin Clayton windmills not long after setting out. Soon after the way crosses Ditchling Beacon. At 813 feet or 248 metres, this is the highest point in Sussex, whose popular downland is protected as a nature reserve. Below the beacon in Ditchling village, the Romans had a fortified camp, and on Plumpton Plain there was the site of a Bronze Age settlement, while the route later skirts Mount Harry above Lewes, where Simon de Montfort took arms against Henry III in 1264. Once again, history is a frequent companion along the South Downs Way. Pycombe is wedged between the A23 and A273, a small village that was badly hit by the plague in 1603, during which some of the villagers resettled half a mile to the northwest. The original eastern half has an interesting church and an attractive old forge by its entrance. The Norman church was largely built in 1170, but its tower was added a century later. Inside there's a finely decorated lead font, thought to have been disguised with whitewash during the Civil War of 1645 to prevent the lead being used to make bullets. The tapsel gate leading into the churchyard has a shepherd's crook as a latch. Such crooks were made for around 200 years in the old forge nearby, not only for South Downs shepherds, but more decoratively to be carried by Church of England bishops as a symbolic pastoral staff. The Clayton windmills, known as Jack and Jill, are a much-loved feature of the South Downs. The upper black-painted smock mill, Jack, was built in 1866 and has been converted to a private residence, while Jill, the gleaming white post mill, is in the care of a preservation society and is open to the public most weekends between May and September. Jill was built in 1821 and originally stood in Patcham, Brighton, but was towed by oxen to her present site, where she continued working until 1909.
We've made an executive decision. We are not quite at Ditchling Beacon, but we're not far away. It's probably going to be quite busy there tomorrow. We've decided to come just off of the South Downs Way onto the Sussex border path again, and the South Downs Way is the other side of this fence. We're following a permissive path on the other side of it that takes us to this little sort of peninsula that sticks out from the ridge and these bushes here, and we're going to try and look for somewhere to camp over there for tonight, and we'll have that amazing view inland as well. I just can't wait to see all the little lights from the houses and stuff in the villages and towns go on below us. We just found this little like indentation in the bushes that was just enough space to fit 2 tents. We're really tucked out of sight here. We've got a fantastic view. It looks quite flat as well, and it's like sheltered on 3 sides, so hopefully it shouldn't be too windy. We're going to get set up now. Me and Dawn are setting up the OEX Phoxx 2 right here, and then Ian is setting up his Alpkit Soloist
That's right.
tent. He's a big Alpkit fan, so it'd be good to see some of the kit he's got. So Ian, it smells delightful. Tell us what you are cooking up.
So tonight, Matthew, I'm mostly having Ainsley Harriet's finest couscous with roasted veg, just some onions in there, or small onion that I pinched from home, and I've got some cabanos smoky, was it mild and smoky sausage.
Ooh,
There we go.
there we go.
So
Lovely bit of sausage.
So that's what I'm having. Lovely sausage, right.
Or as Ainsley would say, go on, give your meat a good old rub.
So we're going quite cosmopolitan for pudding.
Oh, go on then.
So nice little Merlot.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, posh.
Yeah, I know. And nothing better to go with a nice
and
wine.
biscuits.
Oh,
Do it.
Cheese and biscuits.
style.
So
You forgot yours, didn't you?
there we go.
Yeah, I did.
There's enough there to share. So yeah, I've got 1 or 2 ciders that we're going to have.
Lovely
So
stuff.
happy days.
Nice.
Plenty
Happy
there.
days.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. So I've got to give it a couple of minutes just for the couscous to all take on the hot water. Bob's your uncle.
Or as Ainsley would say, ready, steady, cook.
Ready, steady, cook. There we go.
Ian has very kindly bought me a gift, which we're going to open in a second. And this cider here, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, by a company called Norcott's. Cider made using only the finest fruit. This one's elderflower. Is it 4%, the magic number? It's a premium recipe made using the finest ingredients. A cider for every season. A refreshing blend of cider with a burst of elderflower. Made in the West Country. I've got a feeling I might know what this is now actually, so let's have a look. So it's a bottle owner that says, Tom, enough thinking and let's get drinking. Handcraft. Mate, that is absolutely brilliant, thank you. Absolutely awesome. Dawn, you should have a look at this, that's pretty cool. That is cool. We've got the drink, we've got the bottle opener. Let's crack it open. Cheers everyone.
Cheers.
Oh, that smells nice. Really, really nice. Right, cheers everyone. That could be the best elderflower cider I've ever drunk. Just from that sip, that was something else. Right, it's not overly fizzy as well. Not just because he's here, but I'm going to give that an 8.8 out of 10.
Wow.
That is really nice. I'm tempted to give it a 9. That's definitely the best elderflower cider I've had. A nice strong flavour. So yeah, Norcott's elderflower cider. Get yourself some.
I've got the website.
Ah.
I think I can get 25% off.
Awesome. Bye.
I'll send you the link, Tom.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll have a look on their website. Ian's also got a bottle of Norcott's strawberry and lime.
Strawberry and lime, yeah.
Yeah. Did I hear you say we were going to taste test that as well?
Yeah, we can do. Do you want to do that now?
I drink it. Yeah, no, why not? Let's go for it. Norcott's strawberry and lime cider. 4% again. A refreshing blend of cider with a burst of strawberry and lime. Let's give this one a go as well, yeah? So you've not had this one, yeah?
No, I haven't, no.
Oh, go on, you try it first then.
Oh, you can smell the strawberry straight away.
Yeah?
That is fruity.
Yeah?
My word, yeah. I should say it's not over fizzy.
No.
Very, very fruity. That is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, fair play to Norcott's.
Mind if I have a try that?
No, help yourself.
Cheers.
There we go.
Let's give it a go.
We need about 5 pairs of hands here,
I
don't
know.
we?
Cheers. Yeah, Norcott's strawberry and lime. Let's give it a try. God, that smells nice. Really nice strawberry smell. Wow. I tell you what, I need to get on that website and order some of these. That's probably the best strawberry and lime cider I've ever had as well. That is incredible. It's not sickly. It tastes like real strawberries.
It does.
It reminds me of the Thistley Cross Scottish cider. Their strawberry cider they do. Doesn't taste artificial. Tastes like there's real fruit in there. I'm going to change my mind on the elderflower one. I'm going to give both of these 9 out of 10. They are amazing.
Lovely.
Yeah, I've definitely got to buy some of these. So hopefully, yeah, you'll see some more of these on the channel. We've got a cider time special.
Absolutely.
From Rudge Outdoors. So as Ian has kindly gifted me a cider and the bottle opener, I said, well, you can have one of the ciders that I was going to review, and you can review it for us. So if you want to hold it up to the camera for us, this is a Alpkit tropical premium Swedish cider from Aldi, which is a cheap supermarket chain in the UK if you're not from these parts. It says taste the sunshine.
Taste the sunshine, yeah, absolutely.
It's limited edition apparently. We love a limited edition cider. What percentage is it, Ian? Is it a...
So I haven't got my glasses on, but the best guess is 4%.
It is the magic number, 4%.
Magic number.
So yeah, hopefully I've not shook it up in transit.
Without further ado,
let's crack it open.
Yeah.
See what's happening. Tell us what you think.
Absolutely. So for the people for Tom Outdoors and Rudge Outdoors, here we go. It's a nice smell. There's definitely a tropical pineapple-y, I want to say almost pomegranate sort of smell to it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad. I thought I was going to taste more pineapple.
Yeah.
But I haven't. But notwithstanding that, it actually tastes very refreshing. So I personally can't sort of say, oh yeah, it's pineapple or pomegranate or this and the other. Even though the smell was there, from the south, the taste isn't sort of picking up well, my taste buds aren't picking up the individual. It's just a shame that the summer's over, because if you were there in the summer with a cold one of these, you'd be thinking that it's a can of pop and putting it away. It's definitely drinkable. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I think on the Tom scale, that's for me probably about 7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a strong score.
Yeah.
Nice
Do you want to have a?
I'll have a little sip. Yeah.
Have a go.
Cheers. Yeah. Have a crack on that. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good.
It does smell good. I don't know whether it's just my taste buds though, Tom. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not tasting a lot of pineapple.
No. Do you see what I mean?
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely refreshing. It sort of reminds me a little bit of lilt.
Yes.
But
That's
funky lilt.
Yeah.
Magic lilt. Excellent. Oh.
That's exactly it.
See, I like stuff like that. I like stuff that doesn't really taste alcoholic. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah.
No, I think it's worthy.
Definitely. Awesome. Cheers. Cheers.
All the best.
Ian's a big Alpkit fan.
Oh yes.
And you might be able to see it in the dark. I completely forgot to show you the tents, but this is his Alpkit Soloist. Is it the XL or?
Yeah, that's right. The only difference between the regular and the XL is the XL is literally about 20 centimetres longer.
Okay.
For me personally, I find that makes all the difference in relation to just sort of keeping a bag and bits and pieces in there. And it's just a little bit more room to manoeuvre. So
it's got a little porch, quite a small door to get in.
Yeah.
That looks really cosy in there.
It is. For one person, it's ideal. So I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and even though you've got to crawl in, so it's not a side entry. You've got to crawl in the front. You can sit up in it, and that for me was a big.
That's good.
A big tick.
And also as well, like you've got your mat and sleeping bag to one side. You've got all that space down one side as well.
That's right. Yeah.
That's good.
So all of my stuff, all my kit and bits and pieces just goes down the one side. So outside of the tent, I'm not leaving any rubbish or anything that animals can pick up. And,
yeah, and it's got a little porch. That's like you could sort of stand on that in the morning and put your boots on.
Yeah.
And stuff. You could even get changed on that, couldn't you? And then get in your tent.
Absolutely.
That's quite good. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I do. So.
Perfect.
So yeah, it is. So that's what I'll be rocking tonight. And so I've just got the Thermarest mat. Here we go. Thermarest Neo Air X Lite.
X Lite, that's the one.
So that's about 4 or 5 years old, and it's never let me down. So that's on the money.
Literally.
Yeah.
Bum, bum.
So I've got the Alpkit Pipe Dream 400 sleeping bag. Little Alpkit pillow, which is great, and a Rab silk liner. So
nice, yeah.
So with all of that, and as you say, because it's quite an enclosed space, it's toasty warm.
Yeah, fit your rucksack in there. That's awesome.
Absolutely ideal for me.
Nice little setup, yeah.
So that'll be my abode for the night.
1.3 kilo
All in.
tent.
All in.
All
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ideal.
Back in the tents now. Dawn's been in the tent for a while, keeping warm and just relaxing. She's under there somewhere. And yeah, me and Ian have been chatting away, drinking the ciders, and drinking in the view as well of Ditchling village below us. We're gonna aim to get up for about 7 or half 7 in the morning. I believe we've only got around 6 miles to go to get to Housedean Farm campsite on the A27. That's the end of this section, which is section 9. Pycombe to Housedean. We've probably got about 1.5 miles to go to get to Ditchling Beacon, the highest point in East Sussex where we were originally going to camp. I think this spot is much better. We've still got the amazing view that you'd get up there, but no crowds. We're in such a secluded little spot, but right next to the South Downs Way, but we can't be seen from the path, which is awesome. Really good spot. I need to remember this spot. That's all I've got to say. But yeah, it's been a fantastic day and evening with Dawn and meeting up with Ian as well. Enough yawning. See you in the morning. Good night. Say good night, Dawn.
Good night.
Say good night, Ian.
Good night, Ian.
See you in the morning, everyone. Good morning. It's 7:45. So it looks a little bit grey and overcast out there at the moment. Don't think there was any rain overnight. A little bit of a breeze. That was one of the comfiest pitches I've wild camped on in a long time. And as a result, I got a really good night's sleep. We're going to get some breakfast on the go, and then of course we'll be on our way. First port of call is Ditchling Beacon. Nothing actually in them. What a fantastic spot. Literally, we came off of the South Downs Way up that way, then followed this path down through that gate over there, along the edge of the ridge with that magnificent view, and then literally came across this spot here, like just tucked out of the way. And we're going to be continuing that way, by the way, but literally you wouldn't know there were tents there until you drew level with it. So we'll cut to it here, and then there it is, just a little clearing, and it was level. It was absolutely perfect. No one can see from the left or the right until they're literally right here. I would definitely come back to this spot again. Me and Ian were discussing this. I'm not going to give away locations. Don't ask me for the exact location. You've got to put in the work yourself, I'm afraid. You know, I've given you a few clues as to where it would be, so yeah, just, you know, use some common sense and detective skills. Probably take you about an hour tops. This section is 8.5 miles, so we've got probably 6.5 today, maybe 7 at a real push, but we did a little chunk of it yesterday, so that was all good. Anyways, join us. Enough talking, let's get walking. With its car park nearby, Ditchling Beacon will rarely be enjoyed in solitude, but from the trig point on the summit the views are far-reaching. Ditchling Beacon is the highest of the South Downs in Sussex and is owned by the National Trust, but its nature reserve, with several varieties of orchid, is in the care of the Sussex Wildlife Trust. Marked by a trig point, the summit of the hill is surrounded by the rectangular outline of an Iron Age hill fort. So Devil's Dyke is 5.5 miles back the way we've come. Brighton is 5.5 miles that way, towards the sea of course. Ditchling, the village that we saw from camp last night, down below us, is at 1.5 miles down that very steep road. I've driven up that before and my car barely made it up here. Where we want to get to, Housedean Farm A27 crossing, is 5 miles that way, and over here I'll show you in a minute is where I wild camped last time with my Helvellyn 2-person tent. There's cows actually in the field now. When I camped here they were safely behind the fence, but things have changed. Glad I didn't camp there this time, that's for sure. So it was along here next to South Downs Way, in like this stretch of trees, that I wild camped here for the first time with the Helvellyn 200 tent. First time I actually used it, and I've still got that tent. It's a great tent, performs well in bad weather. It's not overly heavy. I've taken on a few long distance walks, yeah. In the distance over there is the Amex Stadium, home ground of Brighton Hove Albion, the Seagulls, if you're a football fan. Definitely wouldn't recommend camping here though. The spot we had last night was far better. We've seen like an oasis in the desert that is the South Downs Way. At first I saw a portaloo, because I need to pinch a loaf I think. Then we saw picnic tables, and then we saw a little van, obviously selling food and drinks. We're going to stop here definitely. This looks awesome. Didn't know this was here, so use the facilities if you know what I mean. Have a poo. So we've got some homemade goods here. A Bakewell flavoured flapjack. Looks like a chocolate brownie. Dawn's got. Ian, have you got the
Salted caramel.
The salted caramel.
Yeah.
Dawn's got a luxury hot chocolate. We've got some Sussex crisps, and of course I am waiting for
Cheese toasty.
cheese and ham toasty. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Yeah, this pink pit stop apparently he's only been here about 2 years. So it's yeah, if you're doing the South Downs Way, do local businesses a favour and and stop here for a drink and something to eat.
Absolutely.
It's really good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And yeah. Cheers.
Good walk.
The cheese toasties have
Going
arrived
till tonight.
with pesto in as well, on sourdough bread I believe that looks like.
Yeah, artisan bread.
Artisan bread, there you go. Yeah, around my way you get 50-50 and that's it.
Warburton's.
Yeah, lovely. We're turning right here on the South Downs Way and heading down this way, kind of towards the sea I guess, towards Housedean Farm, which is, I say, the end of our walking for the weekend. It's only 3 miles away. Ditchling Beacon, where we more or less camped at, was 2.5 miles back that way. And then if you want to leave the South Downs Way and head into Lewes for you know, resupplying or accommodation. It's only 3 miles in that direction, and Lewes is
the county town of East Sussex. It's got a really cool castle. They have the famous annual Lewes bonfire, like a huge firework night celebration where they parade through the streets with like burning effigies and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's been going on for, I think, centuries. There was the Battle of Lewes as well. Can't remember what year it was. Lots of history there. Really, really cool town. And I think the plan is that me and Dawn are gonna come back to the South Downs at some point in the near future and just go sightseeing, like go for a long holiday and explore all the towns and all the stuff that we didn't get a chance to see when we was walking this. So that would be really cool, and Lewes is definitely on our itinerary. We're literally on the hill down to Housedean Farm, the end of the section.
Yeah.
What have been your highlights of the weekend, mate?
I've got to say, meeting the pair of you has been absolutely fantastic.
Oh.
You've been so hospitable and inviting me in. Funny, great. You know, it's just great to have great company.
Yeah. Likewise.
So thank you. So you know, that was just great for me. Probably the other big one is got to be the camp. I've got to say how Tom managed to find that pitch with about 5 minutes of dusk left before it was pitch black. I don't know.
I'm quite proud of that. Yeah.
But that was epic. That was super.
Good.
And waking up to the sights towards Ditchling this morning was something. Even though it was a little bit cloudy, you could see for quite a few miles, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So those are the big ones, and also the weather. Look at the weather. Come on.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely
End
now.
of September.
Definitely.
We've absolutely smashed it. So no, thanks very much, and don't forget Rudge Outdoors.
Yes.
Come and join us.
Give him a subscribe. Yeah. Okay then, Dawn.
Yep.
Highlights for you?
Oh, I don't know. The sights are just amazing in this section.
Yeah.
The views, all of it. Yeah.
It's been a very scenic
all of it.
couple of sections.
Yep.
Enjoyed the camp?
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it was one of the better ones.
One of the better spots, yeah.
All of it.
The cafes we stopped at.
Absolutely, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
We had our lucky charm this time. Look, a cafe in
We did.
2 days.
Yeah, we seem to keep finding cafes when Ian's here, so a good omen, yeah. Yeah, I think really I'm going to say the same thing really. The highlights have been the same. The camp, meeting Ian, of course, hanging out with Dawn as always. The views, it's been a very scenic couple of sections. Ditchling Beacon was cool. Devil's Dyke was really cool. It's all been good. The ciders from Ian were amazing, as was the personalised bottle opener as well. That was awesome. But yeah, right, you're probably not going to hear me too well over the road, so we'll see you at Housedean Farm campsite.
The sign says Ditchling Beacon 5 miles back that way, and then the way we're going to be going is southeast via bridge over A2. I'll say that again. Southeast via bridge over A27, 6.5 miles away. So that's our next port of call, the next section. 20 metres along the path here against this wall is the next water tap.
And here we go. Here's the that tap that we mentioned. There we go. Yeah, and that's at Housedean Farm, literally right next to the A27. Housedean Farm's apparently a really good campsite, so you can stop there for the night if you're looking for accommodation.
Closed from the 1st of October.
Oh, it's closed now from the 1st of October, so it's seasonal. There we go. Reopens in April. Just along there is where you can park free overnight, so quite useful. And that's where Ian's car is. That is the end of the 2 sections. I think I'm going to leave it here actually. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting up with Ian from Rudge Outdoors. He's been an absolute gent.
Thanks very much, yeah. Likewise.
Thank you for the ciders, for the bottle opener, that is brilliant.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's got to come on every single camp with me now, I think. Big thank you to Dawn, as always, and a big thank you to all of you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this video of the South Downs Way. So until next time, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe everyone, be nice to one another, and get out there and go for a walk, do a bit of camping, do a bit of exploring. You know what I'm talking about. Cheers, see you later, bye, say goodbye.